What's going on, my web doers? So Marvel and the writers involved with the Venom comics decided to scrap the Space Knight comics and make him badder than ever. If you guys hadn't heard or read the latest Venom comic, let me fill you in. In between the Space Knight and this new Venom, the symbiote somehow abandoned Flash Thompson in order to search for someone more worthy, but instead it finds someone else whose heart is already corrupted by greediness. In short, the writer decides to go a full reverse and take Venom back into his villainous ways. Before going into my rant here, here's something I also want to discuss about. Mainly about Venom's, the symbiote one, origins. After learning of his backstory and his first host, no, it's not actually Spidey, which is actually a surprising plot point. I can't help but feel really sorry for him, and as a character, he deserves some kind of redemption for his actions, trying to introduce a sort of new heroic figure with maybe even a new host that is worthy to use for justice. But instead, some idiotic writer decides to revert back into his old villainy ways, and oh, not only that, they even make the new host, Lee Price I think, treat Venom like his own personal slave, furthermore proving without a doubt the lack of respect the writers are even willing to give, as if he's nothing more than a one-off character, even though he's meant to be one. And at least let me explore this in depth. First of all, why Venom's not around with Flash Thompson? I mean, they never even explained why would the symbiote abandon him in favor of others. Heck, the consequences of finding a new host it clearly had no knowledge of results in being corrupted and influenced by rage and anger again, which by the way was cleansed of that like only recently back in the Space Knight comics, and now they'd undo that just right off the bat. To me personally, it felt like Marvel is abusing Venom here so much it's almost like he's a victim of bullying. How so is due to the fact he's been cleansed of his villainous ways twice already, but out of nowhere the writers take a full 180 and think, you know what, let's make him a victim of another corrupt idiot for like the third time to make him like evil again. Like, this is so horrendous. Just to inform those who disagrees with my rant in this video, I'm aware of some old fans who love to see Venom as a bad guy again, but to me personally, as a Spidey fan, it feels too out of the blue for him to revert back to the baddie waddy, considering the fact it's only been like what, few days or even weeks in the comics real time for Venom to become a heroic, heartfelt individual in comparison to the rest of his history as a fanged monster. What are you guys' thoughts about this all new or different Venom? That's what I'm calling him, considering the fact he's living in the all new or different turf now, right? Do you guys agree with my perspective about Venom's new take on Lee Price, Venom's new host, or more glad to see him as your Spidey villain again? Leave them in the comments below and be sure to share, like, subscribe. Until then, I'll see you web doers later.